Okay, I need to turn on the lights. Otherwise, I'm gonna die from fucking eye strain. Okay, so what do we have to do? Today we have to build this network infrastructure, connect from our switch 1 to our router 1, and add 2 more routers, add 2 switches, add 4 PCs. Let's just build this network infrastructure. So this is router 1. Then we've got router 2. And then we've got router 3. Then we've got, move them over a little bit, more switches. I'll copy this from up here because I don't know which, it's probably a 2960 to be honest. So that is switch 4, if I remember correctly. And that is switch 5, cool. Switch 5. Interesting question, do they keep their, yes, cool. Class conf term hostname S5 exit copy startup running config to startup config copy running config startup config. Okay, and same on switch 4. We'll go into the CLI, say Cisco and class conf term hostname S4 exit copy running config startup config. Yes, okay, cool. Why did I do that? Because I might reset the simulation later. Just something I do sometimes. I'll not copy the PCs though. I'll place like whoop these 4 PCs, and we'll 16, 17, 18, 19. That's easy enough. PC 16, PC 17. We've got PC 18 and PC 19. So the switches go to the PCs with straight through cables. Fast Ethernet, 2 fast Ethernet, 1, I suspect. 1, 2, 1, 2, good. Fast Ethernet 0, fast Ethernet 0, fast Ethernet 2. Same on this side, fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 1, and fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 2. Then these 2 switches go to gigabit Ethernet 01, so we'll connect those with straight through cables as well. So gigabit Ethernet 01 to gigabit Ethernet 01, and these here as well, gigabit Ethernet 01 and gigabit Ethernet 01. And then we'll grab some crossover cable and connect gigabit Ethernet 00 from here to here, 00, and cross over from 02 to 02, and a straight through cable from R1 gigabit Ethernet 01 to switch 1 gigabit Ethernet 01. No, yes. Okay, what I'll do now is go to my preferences and enable the most important setting. Good. So we've got our network set up. Well, we've got the hardware placed. Let's start configuring. Well, let's follow the instructions, I guess. But notice, whatever. Connect routers and switches using appropriate interfaces. Done. Connect PCs to their respective switches. Done. Disable DNS lookup for each router. How do you do that? enable conf term no IP DNS no do 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 no no am I in a router? I am in a router. No. How the hell does you do that? No, 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 no. Privilege, pod channel priority. Maybe it's in enable mode. But I kind of don't think so. No. Nope, doesn't look like it. Confirm. And we'll look at our cheat sheet. Probably not cheat sheet, right? Cheat sheet. No IP domain lookup. I'm an idiot. No IP domain lookup. Okay. We'll open a Kate file, say bloop in conf term. Enable conf term. No IP domain lookup. How far do I have to go for it to understand that? Domain lookup. Good. Domain lookup. Then we have to read our instructions again. Set the host name. That's easy. Host name R1, and then we'll just like, I think it's semicolon. Yeah, semicolon semicolon R1. Hostname R1, and then we have to set the passwords. Enable n up and then that was that went, yeah. Hostname enable secret class, enable secret, Anna secret class, and then we have to say line, I think. Line console 0, line console 0, and password Cisco. So login. So that's the default configuration for R1. Then there's R2, and then there's R3. Whoops. R2, R2. Okay. Copy. Exit. Pasta. Okay, whatever. That looked good. Oh, come on. Thank you. Good. Then we need this here in R2. Hello, R2. No, go away. Paste. And then we need this in R3. I wonder how many production network equipment actually have just like Cisco and class as their logins. Hopefully not a lot. That's the cheat sheet. We need the handout. configure IP addresses on routers and hosts. Okay. Hosts is relatively easy. Oh my God, go away. Hosts is relatively easy. We'll just grab that. Go into desktop, IP configuration, IPv6, and then we got 255 here, and the default gateway is 1. Cool. Then we'll go into PC17. IP configuration, 0.4, 255 here. That's 2.4. Yes, I noticed. Thank you. Thank you. And then we've got 1 here. And I don't need that anymore. Then we'll need that. Hello. PC18. Desktop IP configuration. And that is this address. Okay, that's good. 0.1. Close. And here we've got the same thing, but with 0.3. That functions. That's good. Good. Now we've configured that. We need to configure our routers. So let's go exit from that and just like pain. Okay, router 1. I'm in router 2. Let's make sure we are on the right router and close our stupid windows we don't need anymore. Leave that open. And router 1. Confirm. Let's just put that thing on the left side and say int gig 00 IP address 10.1.1.255.255.255.252. Yes. Cool. Int gig 02 IP add 10.222.255.255.255.252. Okay. Oh, and we need to no shut down these. Thank you. Also for gig 00, we need to no shut down you as well. Cool. Now we need to go into router 2. Move it over here. Say int gig 00 no shutdown. IP address 10.1.1.2.255.255.255.252. Int gig 01 IP address 172.30.10.1.255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Cool. Cool. Now these are connected and should be fine. Why are you two not connected? Did I do the wrong ports? These are supposed to be gig 00, but this is gig 02. This is supposed to be gig 00, and now it's working. Okay, cool. And we'll go int gig 02 in here, say IP add 10.2.2.1, 255.255.255.252, and no shut, and int gig /1 IP add 209. I'll use my numpad now. Is that a dot? No. Oh, because my numpad was not. Okay, it's a dot. Cool. On 209.165.201.1, I should probably add the dot here. Then 255.255.255.0. And no shut. And in theory, everyone should be happy, except apparently the switch, because yeah, we never no shut done this. Int gig 01 no shut. So now we need to probably configure the ports. Okay, yeah, we have to do that. Okay. And I need, for that I need the, and that looks correct. Okay. That was written by me. Okay, anyways, we have to go into int gig 01.10, say encapsulation.1q 10, and the IP address is 192.168. That's a 0. 192.168. The 0, and I need to say IP add as well. IP add and 255.255.255.192 if I remember correctly. Indeed. Bad mask. Oh, right. I'm a dum-dum. And that should have been no shutdown. It has been indeed. First subinterface, next subinterface, 20. Then we've got .1q 20. Then we've got IP address, the gateway. Yo, what the hell? Okay. 192.168. Where was I? 64. 192.168.064. 064. Also 192. Again, what 65 because it's the router, not the network address. Devices needed another 192. Okay. 128. So in 30 we have encapsulation .1q 30 and IP add 129. Also 192. That's weird. PC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. PC 7, desktop IP configuration. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna argue with my handout. 224 is starting in 193 for the subinterface 40. Encapsulation.1q 40. What 193? 192 and 224. No, 224. Okay. And lastly, department 5 has a 240. The network address is 224. It's 225. So encapsulation.1q 50 and 225, 225, 224, 240. Wow. Okay. Okay. So in theory, this should now be able to route packages. Well, actually, this should be able to route packages between desktops as well, once we added a default gateway. So if we add a default gateway here and like a default gateway here, 65, 192.168, 065, then we should in theory be able to ping from PC1 to PC4. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. You found nothing. Fire again, please. Okay. Why are you like actually? Okay. I would expect you to send a package. Okay, that looked like an STP request. Please just like speed it up a little bit. I would really like. Okay, so let's try PC1 to the router. You just actually crapped yourself. 2. Okay, let's, oops, that was one escape too many. Command prompt, ping 192.168.0.1. Okay. And I just got lost in the ether. Try that again, pretty please. You just don't actually try it. Come on. Real time. Request timed out. Maybe the VLANs aren't correctly configured. Cisco enable class. Show. Oh my god, show VLAN. We've got innovation. Oh, we need to make this a trunk port, obviously. But that shouldn't have prevented it from sending it. So conf term, we need to say int gig01 switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk. Switch port trunk native VLAN 75 and switch port trunk allowed VLAN all. Okay, let's try that again. I'm expecting it to do something, you know, and not just like wait for Jesus to arrive. Okay, we're sending it here. You're just going, hey, no, I'm not that. And then it's like, okay, you're not that. Oh, I got a reply actually. Okay, so now the package goes down there, goes up here, and goes back. Cool. Now we need to fire this one. Okay, so this goes to the router, this goes up, goes to PC4, it goes down, it goes up again, and perfect. Okay, so my configuration functions on the router 1. Router 2. What are we supposed to do? Thank you, I don't need you anymore. I don't think we're supposed to play around with routers. We're supposed to do some work. Haha, am I not funny? Whatever. Notes are never important. Verify static routing. Oh, we need to configure static. Okay. Did I configure these correctly? I did. So let's start with router 1. We have to configure static routes. Exit. Okay, what I'm going to do now, before I configure static routes, is save this again as lab03_1, because later we're going to have to remove all the static routes. And why remove the static routes if we could just not? Is recording still running? Yes, and it's been 33 minutes. I hate packet tracer. Ugh. Okay. Int, no. IP route destination. Okay. Destination. I'm gonna add like little text boxes, I think. Node 192.168.0/255 Okay. That is, I'm just gonna like Should be fine. Seems fine. Okay. And now we have to configure routing. So IP root. Go the 172.30 10 0 255 255 255 0 goes via gig o slash o. So why am I doing that? I want to explain that. Because we've got only one connection, we can make a default route. It's gonna warn us. It's gonna say if we press enter, default route without gateway, if not a point-to-point interface, may impact performance. It may impact performance, but it also impacts performance if it doesn't have to resolve the IP address. So because we have a direct route here, you can see that's gig 00. We can make a default route without a gateway. We're going to do the same thing for the other one, 209.165.201.0. Inconsistent address and gateway mask, that is bad. We want to say no IP route that. And we want to say remove that 7 I accidentally typed. So, and now it should be happy. This router is done. And in this router, we're going to exit the interface. And we're going to say IP route 192.168.0.0, 255, 255, 255, 192 via gig 00. And the same for all the other routes. So 64 has the same route. 128 has the same route and the same subnet mask. 192 has a different subnet mask. Oh my god, I hate that Cisco is not able to make software. Instead of 192, it has 224. And lastly, we've got 224 and subnet mask 240. So, and I'm just gonna yoink this, copy, clean it up a little bit in Kate, and do the same on the other one. So, is that a thing? No. Oh god, selection, add, find and select next occurrence, Alt J. Okay. These lines can go away, Alt J. And this line can go away. And instead of gig 00, we say gig 01. I'm gonna do this, say end, gig 02, I think. Yes, gig 02. Then we're gonna yank this, copy it, paste it into into router 2. Cisco enable class conf term, and we'll paste it. And now we should actually just have routing set up correctly. So if we go into simulation mode, let's delete our old bullshit stuff. Actually, let's go into real time. Ping PC1 to PC4. That worked before. Successful. Good. Also, before I forget and then have to reconfigure them, copy running config startup config. Exit, copy running config startup config. Exit, copy running config startup config. Okay. We already did that here, if I can remember correctly. Yes, we did. Okay. So we've got our first ping, that works. Let's just try pinging PC1 to PC16. In progress, failed. Okay, let's just watch it. Fire you. Okay, we'll see. So the first package goes away, second goes away, the third one goes away. Okay, we successfully reach the router 2, but it discards the package because the next hop IP address is not in the ARP table. It will try to send an ARP request. Okay, fair enough. It sends an ARP request. I have no idea what you're doing. Oh, you're just replying. So this one fails. At some point, I'm gonna fire it again. So we go down here, and somehow you two just decided to not. Let's go into real time, wait for it to fail and fire it again. Failed, failed, failed. Oh, I should probably also advance time if I want something to happen. So we're going here. This router sends an ARP request, is like, hey, I never received a response. Do I see the ARP table here somehow? No. Oh, that is stupid. I copied the, oh well, whatever. But I did configure the IP addresses, yes. Okay, let's just try pinging from PC16 to the router. That should work. My switch discards, oh my god, I copied the VLAN configuration, obviously. Okay, I'm stupid. Copy, enable, copy, from flash to startup config. Okay, TFTP, CP, FTP. Okay, we're gonna yeet these two switches and just use standard configuration ones. Yes. Sorry for that. Switch 4. I'll just like do this. I don't think it matters right now. It's just a switch in this case. Connections from the PC, fast Ethernet to fast Ethernet 1. From this PC, fast Ethernet to fast Ethernet 2. From this PC to fast Ethernet 1 to fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 1. And from this PC, fast Ethernet 0 to fast Ethernet 2. Then we're going to connect the switch 1 to gigabit 1 and this switch gigabit 1 to gigabit 1. So now my stupidity has passed. I'm gonna let this run a little bit, and someone is gonna, so let's try pinging from the router to the, just completely gave up on that. Okay, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to ping from the PC to the PC. Let's try that. What? Okay. I'm gonna delete all my funny little boys here. I'm gonna try this again. PC16 to PC17. Boop. That was not particularly exciting. Did I give them the same IP address? I gave them the same IP address. Ugh, okay. Let's try that again. So you just did an ARP announce or something. So let's delete this and make a new request from PC16 to PC17. That should work. You just made an ARP request and you're sending a package. Great. Next, PC16 to the router. And we'll just like bloop, 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 ARP request. And then we got, hey, we're done. Cool. That works. Now, the question is, can we ping from PC1? No, that's not what I wanted. Can we ping from PC1 to PC16? Let's watch the package. The package goes to the router goes down here, it goes to the switch, it goes to PC16, it goes up again, and the router sends it back to PC1. Successful. Now, something they neglected to mention, I think. Of course, we can now ping from down here to up there and from up there to down here. So like if we go PC18 to PC4, because that also has a default gateway, I think. It's first gonna do an ARP request, whatever, and then it's gonna send a package. And you failed. Why? Router 3, router 1. Let's just step back. Okay. Try it again. We're sending an ARP request. That's fine. We're sending a package. You're yeeting a package. Why? Layer 2. The next hop IP address is not in the ARP table. It tries to resolve that. Okay. And of course, this PC never gets the memo. So we'll send another package, and that goes up to the router, that goes up to PC4. PC4 knows to send it back. This router doesn't have it in the ARP table, apparently. Or I misconfigured it. Let's try that again. Okay, let's see. Gig, I did indeed misconfigure it. Conf term, I said IP route to that is over gig 00, but it obviously has to go over gig 02. So no IP route that, and IP route that over 02. Yes, I know. And now, if we fire it again, it should go up here. It should go to the router. It's like, hey, that's fun. That's fine. You yeeted it. Okay. I'm gonna fire it again. In theory, it should just like go up here, go to the PC, go down here, and not get discarded. Alt C. This is an ARP request. The ARP request, it does not send another one. You absolute imbecile. Okay, let's try just pinging from here. Ping 192.168. Oh, that is a slash 168.0. I don't know. 2. The first one will time out because it's always like that with static routing. But I have the hopes and dreams, my people, hopes and dreams that the second one timed out as well. But the third one and fourth one, they worked. That is great. Cool. So we've got functioning routing, but what doesn't work now, or yet, is pinging from, let's just delete all, well, we can like fire this, it's successful, that's cool. We can delete all these and fire a message from PC16 to PC18, and that fails. Why? Because we never configured the static route in here to know how to get to the right subnet. So let's just conf tab. We'll configure these routes as well, just for the sake of it. For the sake of argument, I will say the route to 209.201.0, 255, also goes over gig 00, and you need conf term and an IP route like 172.30.10.0/24. Also goes over gig 02. And now, in theory, if we fire this again, it should work at some point. Successful! See? So what happened is we didn't have a route from this router to this router, or this subnet. So we never knew how to get away from this router. And now we told it, just go over this line, just go to this hop. And now it knows. And now it's happy. And you know who isn't happy? Me, because I had to configure routes. Routes are just awful and everybody hates to configure them manually. And it's quite a strain on the people that have to configure routes. So I'll just close this. I'm gonna save the changes because that was a lot of work to just throw away. And I'll open lab 03, our previous lab. Now I'm gonna save this lab or this file under _2, and we've got like network topology. Now, what do we have to do here? I'll just go into our in our router, and I will say IP routing RIP. Router RIP. Version 2. There was also something auto summary. No auto summary. What else do we have to do? Lab 04 handouts. Configure route RIP before. Remove static routes. I never removed them because I never made them. Enable RIP v2 on all 3 routers and configure RIP to advertise the relevant networks so that connectivity, blah, blah, blah. Make sure to turn off auto summary of routes. Okay. So that, and we have to announce all our networks. So network. Oh, I don't have the comments here. I'm not going to type too many of them. So 172.30.10.0, and also the network 10.1.1.0. That's all there is to configure on router 2. Similarly, on router 3, we just say Cisco enable class confirm router RIP version 2. No auto summary, and then we'll say network 209. Now I need to check 209.165.201 165.209 165.201.0, and also the network 10.2.2.0. And similarly on router 1. And now we have a few more routes to configure. So we'll go into the conf term, of course, router RIP version 2. Version 2, no auto, and then we'll say network. 192.168.0.0, 192.168.0.64, 128. Then we've got 192 and 224. And then we have the networks. Network 10.1.1.0 and 10.2.2.0. So what did I just do? I announced all our networks that exist, and I announced the networks between the routers here. And what do we do now? Well, we'll just try it. PC16, let's just delete these here. PC16 to PC70 should obviously work. That's easy enough to see. PC16 to router should work. We'll fire it again a few times until we've got an ARP request that's successful. I don't like that. We need to, I'll just show int gig 01. Do you have an IP address? Don't look like you have an IP address. I see an IP address if I hover over you. You do have an IP address. Okay. Why the hell am I not able to ping PC16 to router 2? Okay. Let's try PC16 to PC18. Failed. Okay. I will watch them. Oh, I have the wrong configuration of IP address on this one. Still, whoopsie. Okay, let's try that again. Hello, can I please Alt-C? Okay. That I don't need. I'll go back to real time. And I'll fire them a few times. Maybe it's just because there was two PCs with the same IP address. Okay. Oh my God, do I still have the wrong configuration on these? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Once more, delete these two root switches. Add two more. That was stupid by me. That was so incredibly stupid by me. Switch 4, switch 5. Okay, nothing important up here. Why do people think they have to call me? Like that's an issue I have with humanity. Stop like calling me. So where was I? I was connecting my computers, right? Because I'm stupid. Learn effect or something. Doop, 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 doop. And gig 01 to gig 01. And gig 01 to gig 01. And now we should be able to reach router 2. I think the port is still starting. Still not up. Okay, let's look at the simulation. Alt-C. ARP request. Okay, fair. You're sending it up there. And you're getting it back. Successful. ARP request. Fair. And this one failed because we hadn't had an ARP request yet. And packages go missing when you don't have an ARP request. And now we've got automatic routing. We didn't have to configure a thing. Well, we had to configure a few things, but it's not like before where we had to configure each and every flipping computer, each and every flipping route manually, which was a pain. Like, be real. So we're sending a package down here. Oh my God, stop it. We're sending it down there. We're sending it up again. And our routing works. And I didn't have to think about it. And imagine this had 30 routers. Imagine this was a 30 router network. You wouldn't have to configure some magic routes that hopefully are right, but maybe they aren't. But you just say, hey, these are my networks. I'll announce my networks, and it works. It simply works. Well, thank you. I hope that was helpful. I hope you didn't just like watch me while eating or something, because that would be embarrassing for you, not for me. I'm perfectly fine with being background noise, but you should probably be very actively working with me. Well, no, actually no, because I made so many flipping mistakes here.